All right. I think we are good to go. Let's double check. Live recording is not available. Oh, nice. I just forget that it just keeps auto playing. My algorithm's going to be totally messed up. All right. Ooh, sure. Cool, cool. And now we're looking on X, the old X. We are live alongside Tom. 1K views. It's crazy. Viewers, whatever. I don't know. Again, like, uh, whether it's I think it's like views or engagements. It's kind of all purpose on X for some reason. And on Twitch, we are live also. Nice. Cool. Stare into the void. Hey Craig, how's it going, man? All right. I'm gonna do some numbers real quick. Okay. Let's see. Where's my brand stuff? Track my school activities. Yesterday, I think was pretty good. Right? I think I was a little bit higher. Yesterday was yesterday was Monday, Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. 68. Sweet. So do that. Slowly but surely. Calculating. Nice. 29.6. Oh man, bad timing. Okay, no worries. Well, hopefully it doesn't take too long. I'll probably be on for a little bit, so hopefully I'll catch you when you get back. Made some progress though, so I got the slides sorting. About to feel the pain. Yeah, that's always rough. It's always rough to go in and see what the damage is. Well, good luck with that. Hopefully no extra surprises. Hopefully it's what you're expecting price wise. All right, 916 because today's the 17th. Yeah, 916. What am I looking at? School members. Settings. Tricks. Wanted to know. I want to be there every time you're doing this. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I know it's important to you. So no, I gotcha. No worries. Let's see. So 334. 334. Damn. They could take it for granted what you're doing. No, that means a lot. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think it's a good it's a good project. Like, yeah, I definitely appreciate your feedback and your input, and I think it's a good idea. So yeah, no, I definitely appreciate it, man. I will make the best of it as well. So yeah, I appreciate you volunteering it without any like strings or anything. So much appreciated there too. It's been a fun project so far. Looking forward to making more progress. Okay, and then what was I looking at? I just got not billing metrics 334. Cool. Let's see. So 13 members. Yeah, I don't know. Like that means if it kind of follows my genuine or general theory, yeah, 970. Nice. It wasn't like a huge jump. I think it's like 4 more, but getting some stuff. This guy. All right. Content. And now I want to do analytics. Advanced mode. Not age and gender, size and growth. Subscribers. 16. Today's 17. Yeah. 16 is 969. 16. 69. Where are we at? There we go. Probably just like move that. There we go. So we got 4 more subs, but the extra school members, it's craziness. I do want to look at that a little bit. Because I need to get another video up. Yeah, nice. Up, really? Up from the last period. I mean, yeah, I guess Nano Banana probably did help a lot from the last period. Is that still hot? Are we still doing Nano Banana? I mean, it's not gonna change that much, right? So I'm just curious. Keywords. Yeah, that's the one I think that's still bringing in traffic. Nano Banana up 6 million. Crazy. Related. Yeah, I think I might have to still farm the Nano Banana a little bit. Oh, whoa, super high competition. So that would kind of explain the drop off. I was thinking the last one was going to do better than it did, but the slide was not, or the thumbnail was not as good, and then the title probably not as good, and that's also a big part of it. Probably the Nano Banana, super high competition, jumping on the bandwagon. That's crazy though. So I mean, super high searches, but a lot of competition. In still up there with medium. Wonder if Init is it trending down? It doesn't have a downtrend, but man, crazy. Yeah, AI agents. Not surprised. Not surprised there. We have to rebrand agent. It's not agents anymore. We got to do something else. Got to call it something else. All right. Cool. Well, I think that's pretty much it for now. I was kind of wondering about content numbers. Let's see, content. Yeah, wow, that one. I need to fix this one. It seems like that could do way better. Image combiner versus image editor. Interesting. Yeah. Oh well. And maybe the thumbnail kind of sucks. That could be part of it. Let's see. Wonder if I just made it simple. I could probably make it cleaner. It's also longer. That also could be part of it. It's 21-minute long. So, I don't know. Analytics. What else did I want to check? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, 2,400. Crazy. I get back to my roots doing automated content stuff. I do need to do social media stuff. That's the other one. I mean, I personally need to do it, so I think that's why I'm going to do some automations with that. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Nice. Gotten 700 views on live streams. That's not bad. 28,000 impressions. 1.7. There's the old one. I always say that, like, about 1% impression. So not bad. Average view duration 6 minutes. Yikes. So out of my whatever hour, about 6 minutes. Okay, so that's just this. I was wondering if that was more like focused on what I was doing. Optimized outliers. I could try to optimize my streams a little bit. I don't know that I really care. It's not a big deal. Nice. 8 viewers at one point. Not bad, not bad. Also from the browse. Cool. All right, more YouTube exploration later. I was working on getting this course system going. I made some progress yesterday. I last was trying to get this to generate the slides for the course, and now I've got it actually, and then it would duplicate them properly. So basically, I wanted to grab the template, which I've got another course template somewhere else, and then once that template is really just made of these 2 slides. So then once I had that, I wanted to duplicate the slides based on the content of the spreadsheet. So in this case, I needed 2 more title slides and then 3 more content slides. So I could get it to do that. It would duplicate the slides correctly, but then it would not reposition them. They would just duplicate based on being next to the thing they copied. So the order was not correct. So I finally got that fixed so that this would do that correctly. So we grab the slides from to do the duplicate. Okay, so I got to update this to grab, I guess, create the copy. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I think this thing should probably create the copy and then duplicate all the slides in the new template. So this would copy the template actually, then get the slides from the new template because we need the IDs specifically. So that's what this was do. Then we go grab all the rows from the sheet for the slides, split them out into title and content, and then merge them back together, and then sort them, aggregate them into one list, then generate all the slides by duplicating. So that's what this is doing. It's going to duplicate all the slides to match the amount of rows. Then once that's done, I think I just do a split out on the existing slides. So I get all the slide IDs and then aggregate them back together with slide updates. So yeah, that was the other thing. So I was trying to do, I think either Perplexity. I think Perplexity led me in the wrong direction. It was like, oh yeah, you can just like put them all in one list. And it's like, nope, you actually need, I mean, it would make sense. You have to follow the same syntax that the request body should actually be a bunch of objects of update slides position, even though that does say update slides, and then you only can update one at a time. So that's kind of annoying. Is that how this was? I think that was like this JSON body's not like, yeah, that one just calls duplicate object. I don't know. The plural threw me off. I thought I could update everything at once, and instead it's just like, oh no, like you gotta individually tell each slide where to go and submit an object for each one, as opposed to just listing out all of them. So finally got that to work. So that reorganized this into the proper order. So then I guess that, yeah, I guess that works. So yeah, then that would finally generate the full template. And then I think we go into, nope, not this one. Yeah, now this is getting, that's the image generator. So really it should be this one and then this one. So this one is going to come in and grab all the slides and then grab all of the rows. I don't want to do that because it's going to update update all the content for the slides with the rows and be good to go. So I think we'll finish this one up. So I think this actually will do the copy, which I was, while testing, I didn't want to keep creating copies. So there's probably like a quick way to do that. There's probably like some, I can just do like an if statement or something to say, copy or don't copy. But I think the first thing I want to do is it's actually going to search for the template. So yeah, it's going to search for course presentation template, which is correct. Yeah, that's right. And then I hard coded it. So then it would grab the template IDs. That could go either way. I guess it would make more sense probably to grab the template, create a copy. Yeah, because I need the IDs. I'm using the IDs later here. So I think that's the goal. So I think we first grab the template presentation, copy that, then get the slides. So let's do that. Copy file. Whoops, drive. Well, we're back to the chicken and egg situation. So we actually have to, oh man. So we have to get the ID. So I want to get the course details somehow and use that for the name of the presentation. And this is getting closer and closer to being like the source. So sheets. So this would get a row, get rows in sheet, course content. This would be course details. Yeah, course details. So we do that. And then, yeah, somehow it'd be like so this would have to be triggered off of something. Like it'd have to be like, hey, here's the name of the course. Insert column left. We'll say ID. Something like that. And then this guy could then get that. And could even do a filter, right? Add filter. ID equals and triggers, which could come in from somewhere else, probably, right? Yeah, and triggers. Cool. And then that would give us the details about the course. So then when we go get the presentation, we would look for course presentation. That's fine. We're going to do that. And then we're going to copy that ID. And then we're going to name it name presentation. That'll work. Yeah, and it then triggers presentation, right? And then that will create the new one. Slowly but surely. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. Then we get the slides from that presentation instead. Perfect. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's not right. Wait, is that right? That's not right. Oh, wait. Did I mess up my template? Hey, no, wait. Course presentation template. So what did this copy? This copied. Oh, 2 items? Why are there 2? Uh-oh. Oh, there's 4 now. Oh, what is happening? Wait. Search files. Ah, there we go. Okay. So search is good. How do I do exact match? Explicitly trashed, export, ID, kind, name, permissions, shared, start, trashed version. That's weird. I mean, I guess I do a filter. Search query. Otherwise, I mean, I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess you could just like hard code to be that presentation. Trying to think the best way to handle that. I guess there's really no reason to be doing the search. You would just set your template ID and that's it. So probably would do that. So rather than search, this will just be by the ID of the template. So, which happens to be right here, I believe. Oh wait, no, wrong one. Like this. Feels a little bad hard coding it just like that. I mean, I don't know. Just to be like semi best practicey. Edit fields set. That's fine. Template. Presentation template ID. And just do that. And that way, cool, got our ID hard coded. Then when we come in here, we can say presentation template ID would be that. So then we do that. I have like a ton of copies now. All right. That's the annoying part about that. Let me go ahead and delete all these things. So yes. And then when that happens, yeah, that's new. That's one that I just deleted. So let me do that again. So let's go ahead and execute the step. Cool. Now I can get those slides. There should be 2, not 9. Nice. Oh, it's executing. Why is it executing the step before? It's so annoying. All right, then get slides from presentation. Now the rest of this is pretty good. The only thing left is getting all the rows, then oh, I guess I don't need the ID. Yeah, okay. Cool. The sheet name needs to come from somewhere. I'm just trying to decide how do I like get this data? But the course content will have to be the name of the actual course, and then when this starts, it'll search for that named document, and then be able to grab the sheet based on that. So yeah. And it have to be like strung along. I mean, this whole thing, I guess, could work in just like one giant workflow. Just if it breaks, then it's a huge pain to connect it back up. Okay, so then get sheets. Then I think we'll just let this whole thing run because I need it to get to here, right? Because I have the ID hard coded, so that I need to fix. And I have it hard coded again here. And these guys might not work anymore because I kind of cheat. Grab the edit field. Yeah. Grab. And actually, it might be okay. So let's let this run. It's going to create more duplicates. Yeah, that's fine. So then this should no longer be that. It is going to be the result of the copy. Cool. So that works. Nice. Copied everything out correctly. And then this guy should work. Or not. Oh yeah, because it it does that again. Oh man, that's annoying. Okay. Let's see. I think it's that one. Cool, cool, cool. And then does this guy have anything that matters? Edit field 2. I think that one's the same. Aggregate 1 is the same, so I'm okay there. And then split out, it's fine. Edit field, that's good. JSON.slide IDs, that's good. Aggregates, I don't do anything fancy there. So if I can just do this again, so copy file ID here, rather than hard coding my URL, that should work. Expression. Cool. All right. I think we're getting close. I think this whole thing can run and hopefully get a desirable result. So move that to trash. And let's see what happens. Just grab the data, copy the spread, or yeah, copy the slides, get this new slides. Oh my God. I think it worked. I think it actually worked. Okay, so that puts almost everything we need in one place. So again, not totally sure what the kickoff for this is. Basically, I need some way to know how to get this particular spreadsheet. I mean, I guess probably what would happen is that the generation would start, then the AI completes the spreadsheet, then sends that somewhere, the result of the spreadsheet being created. So whether it's a spreadsheet ID or whatever, then once we've got that, that has all the details we need, and then yeah, then we create the template structure, and that's good to go. So then this one, yeah. So yeah, cool. I think that's crazy. Okay, so this creates the template structure correctly. Now, trying to think if this should all be together. It probably should, because at this point now, I want to go through each slide and update its value. And to do that, how do I? So I can only replace text based on presentation ID. I can't vision ID. That's the only option. Unless there's an probably an API call. Is there an API call I can use in an HTTP request node in that I can update the content of a, you probably can't see that. Not that it matters too much, but I'm kind of covering it up. Update the content of a specific slide based on its ID. The replace text node in, what is this called? Replace text in a presentation node. Init seems to only accept a presentation ID and have to find the unique text to replace. And I'd rather work slide by slide, not the whole presentation. Nice. Let's say you want to replace the title here, placeholder, on the instruction in a lesson 1 introduction on the slide. Replace all text. Lesson contains text here. Match case. Wait, no, that's not right though. Page object IDs. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So then, yeah, I think that should work. How to use your unit workflow. Get sort slides. Already have logic. Split in batches. Batch sized process 1 to process 1 slide at a time. Yeah, that's probably better, because if we're gonna have 40 plus, I may be updating at a minimum 40 slides. At 40 slides within a presentation. Should that be batch updated in one call, most likely? Or split into batch groups? Ooh, which response do I prefer? It's crazy. It's craziness. It's taking its time. It's thinking. Yeah, because I think it's going to be a similar situation here where I'm going to have to like probably build out the entire request and then just be like, hey, for slide ID this, update. For this slide ID this, update. Slide ID this, update. And then just call one request and it's done. And then I don't have to do looping. Still thinking, huh? Or is it just bugged? They're usually pretty good, but sometimes they blow up. Let's see if it's actually working. Yeah, just no response. Cool. What do we got? What do we got? There we go. $1,500 individual requests. Operations are well below the limit. Okay, cool. Yeah, then I think that's what we're going to probably do. We're going to batch it up and just say, hey, update all of these slides at once. Especially if we're keeping it simple, then this should be manageable. Like this should not be a huge amount. So it may go back to just being in here and say, we've already got the spreadsheet. So just generate another one where we loop through all the items. We've got the IDs and say, here you go. Replace all the content in each one of the slides, and then it's done. Then it can be printed. And then these I think make sense being separate. So like this last one would be like, okay, grab the presentation and print the images. Like that makes sense. But I think this guy might be the workhorse. So all right, I'm gonna be right back. I might grab a drink and I'll wrap up the slides hopefully. BRB. All right. I am here. What's up, online marketing? Okay. Sorry, people trying to contact me. All right. So, this thing is almost set. We're almost got this slide presentation thingy done. So last thing would be to do the update, and I don't know that I want to do a code node if I can avoid it. So I think I want to do that. Put the node before your code output, 40 items, each looking something like this. Is that right? I guess if that's right. So then I'm confused why it changed formats. So is it building that contains text item, this item match gets false. Okay, so it's still constructing it. It just, I don't know, I'll just do it manually, right? Just need to do another array that looks like that, and then I'm good. So need that, replace all text. So we're back to kind of that weird situation. Because technically I have all the items here. And then I could just do it again, I guess. I can get all the spreadsheet items. This one's tricky because I already have all the slides, right? There's all my slide IDs. So I have all the slide IDs. So I think I do need to loop because I need to be able to loop through the slide, find the slide ID, and then find the content for that slide. Do I have a key to get these back together? To map them back? This guy is probably the answer, right? So I have slide IDs and object IDs, and the only way is the slide ID is what's going to determine the content. So I need that. So I can use, I think I can use this one. And then for each now what's the source? I guess for each slide, if the current slide ID, I want to get the content from the slide ID. I guess if I trying to think what else. If I make this object too bloated, this could be kind of the source object that says, here's the object ID. Here's the slide ID. And then content. So if I do that, because that's kind of what I did here, right? When I aggregate these, I created, object ID and slide IDs. So You're back. Oh man. I mean, I guess it could be worse. Could be worse, but that's rough. That's rough. That's a big chunk to have to see go to something else. Glad it wasn't too much. Wasn't like a surprise, like extra charge or anything like that. But man, that's a bummer though. Mini vlogs. Hi, how's it going? Okay, I'm trying to think. I guess I just go ahead and get the slide content in here. So I think that's what I'm doing here. Basically, just looping through. Wait, or I'm doing the aggregate. When do I do that? um, or no, I changed it, didn't I? Originally, I was like parsing out. This is where I do the parse to get the ID. So where are we? We have, so this entire flow will grab the template and generate the correct presentation structure in the correct order. So now I'm trying to figure out the best way to populate the presentation. So I've got the presentation working. The same one. Yeah, in presentation. Cool. Where it created it correctly. So it's like slide, content, or wait, whatever. Title, then content. So that would be the original. And then title, content, content, title, content. And so that order now matches the spreadsheet of title, content, content, title, content. So that's good. The structure is correct now. Now, I think while we're in here, I think I'm just going to go ahead and update that. So like the presentation is structured correctly. We've got pretty much all the data we need to update that content now. So rather than going into another flow, I think I will just have it update the content, especially because like this system is going to suck. I mean, it could basically loop through the slides in order and then update, but I mean, that's going to be kind of a pain. I think it'd be better to just like I've already got all the content here, so we're already working with the Google Sheets. So I'm kind of wondering if we should just do that now. So the only thing is that I think this guy. So this guy gets all the IDs, and then I think we just need to loop through each presentation slide now, and then update its content based on the ID. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to like map the content back to the ID, and because like I've got most of it here. The only thing is that I guess I can do another call to get all this data again. I was just trying to decide if there's like if there's an easy way to continue to like map the content with the ID so that I know what goes to what. Because now I have two different IDs, right? Because I have like the ID that the presentation uses, because like Google assigns its own ID to the slide, and then I have object IDs, and I think it uses object IDs over the IDs that I've created. So like Google assigns their own object ID, so I need to be able to map the object ID with the content somehow. And I'm trying to figure out like how to do that. But hang on a sec. Getting messages. All right. So let's see. So like if I do presentation slides, basically need to kind of do something like this again, I think, and then although I think this is kind of the yeah, basically, yeah, trying to do a workflow that will populate these slides, because like now the slides are just template empty ones. So trying to figure out a good way to get the spreadsheet data into this template. And since this is basically already got all the stuff that we need right now, figure, I mean, it may make sense to just go ahead and do it now in this workflow. That way it's all one thing. It'll grab the spreadsheet, generate the slides, and then it's good to go. And then after that, then I think like we could basically get rid of this like second workflow. Yeah, true. I guess I could get the second workflow here to this one would then just be grab the presentation once it's done and then generate all the images for the presentation. So that'll be next. Okay, cool. Ask Gemini. Yeah, probably need to ask Gemini. Let's see. So if I do slides, get slides from a presentation. So input agent, then create slide agent, then create audio agent, then create video agent. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, and the slide and audio, I guess, can go either way. Like just one has to be created. They both have to exist at the same time, right? So the audio could be done first. Because yeah, that basically all the content needs to be created first. I was just wanted to make sure that I have understood how to do the visual, and then basically the image is at the end. So yeah, then create PDF agent from previous one he did. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can definitely create a PDF out of the content, whatever the content ends up being out of the spreadsheet. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, not too worried about that. Depending on how we want to do it. So let's see. Get slides from presentation. Yeah, there we go. So if I do that, weird, empty objects. Come on, like that's so annoying. I don't understand why it needs to redo it all. But I guess we can show that it worked. So, if I delete this, get rid of that guy. So if I run this, it should generate a presentation with the right amount of slides based on the spreadsheet. Cool. So it got all the slides and they're in the proper order. So yeah, because that's the base title slide. That's the intro like content slide, and then lesson 1 title, lesson 1 content, lesson 1 content 1, lesson 1 title, or lesson 2 content, lesson 2 title, lesson 2 content. So that's proper order slides. So then now that I've got that, I think I need to like map it out to update the content correctly. So that's what I was trying to figure out. So it's like for each one of these, I think I want to go through and get the content, which I'm not really saving. So I guess that's a bit of an issue. Well, I guess we could map through this. So, if we did a loop, then do if so if object ID, and then do I have a way to map that? Just trying to think how to get that data back. Yeah, so I have slide ID. Or no, the PID. That's what I think that's what I want, right? Yeah, because what did this look like? So this looks like, yeah, this object. Okay, so that is actually the object ID. So then if the object ID matches this one, this guy, lesson slide ID. Wait. Okay, so I have lessons slide ID, but I'm creating my own ID here. Slide IDs, right? Slide ID. Yeah. So slide ID. Slide ID is coming from the spreadsheet, but I'm creating a generic object ID. So really I need a list of object IDs. Missing something obvious here. So slide to object ID is the reverse. So then that's what this is. This is the map right here, this aggregate one. Then wait, so then am I filtering that out? I guess I'm confused. Yeah, I am actually, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, that's correct then. So then object ID. So then I can grab if those match, then set this. Um, I don't need to get the slide IDs then. I already have them. That's this guy. Naj, what's up, man? I learned something new yesterday that Obsidian is not actually open source. So, fun fact: it's decentralized, so you get to keep your own data, but the Obsidian platform itself is not actually open source. I didn't know that. I thought it was. Oh, exactly, exactly. I mean, you can still use it for free, and um, you get to keep your own data, so they're not taking your data because you run it locally. But yeah, it's like, huh, I did not know that. I thought it was open source. Okay, so this is the slides IDs. So this is actually what we want. I think this is the full list, right? So I don't need to loop through them, but I do need to loop. So I can loop through the. I think I need to call the self-hosted version of. Oh, you do? Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, at least yeah, you can self-host it. So yeah, you can definitely run Obsidian locally for sure. Um, so rather than do that, I think we do pay a small fee. It will sync desktop Obsidian to self-hosted Obsidian. Oh, really? Okay. So like cloud-hosted Obsidian. I think we do have to just go back to Google Sheets and just loop through each sheet. Guess if they're ever going to go under, you'd still be able to run whatever version you got, but no updates. Maybe the hook up to the community plugins goes down, and you have to manually search add. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I think like even with the plugins, I don't think they run off of servers or anything. So I mean, I think you're good. Like, yeah, essentially, you just kind of would get stuck with like the outdated version where it's not being updated anymore. But I mean, the chances are like somebody else would either come along and pick it up or whatever. Hopefully, I guess if the Obsidian owners don't end up being dicks and like no one else is going to use this anymore, it might be that it does finally open source if they like shut down or whatever. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I think yeah, I think it all should run locally. So even if it all goes under, like you said, you're just kind of frozen in time until someone else picks it up or fixes it or whatever. Or you just end up customizing your own, I guess, if you have to. So, um, but yeah, end up writing your own plugins to like make it new or fixed or whatever. So I think you're probably still safe if that's the concern. I think you should be all right. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to do the sheets again. Course content, course content. Get all these, and then based on slide ID, yeah, if it goes belly up, it's still mostly markdown anyway. Well, exactly, that's true too. It is all just markdown, so it's not horrible. Could also switch to Nextcloud. I also run self-hosted Nextcloud. That's a new one for me. I haven't heard of Nextcloud. Open source content collaboration platform. Interesting. Okay, just like a file hosting kind of deal. Nice. But does it have a canvas? Is the concern, right? I think that's the main thing you're looking for, right, Mr. Naj? A nice collaboration canvas kind of deal. Okay, so if we grab all the rows in the sheet, then for each one, uh, nice. Might be the same thing here. Basically, for each one, create get the ID, and then so I might not need to loop here. I can just do for each item. Dynamics text here. Slide title. Gets me every time. Okay, so then page object. Page object IDs. So then I grab the ID and then placeholder text. So now we use maybe a little JavaScript magic to say aggregate 1. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So then it's going to grab the triggers 01 from I have the slide ID. I just need to get the object ID. Why are you like this? Oh, here, that would be why. Probably shouldn't be a literal. There we go. So then aggregate 1 dot item dot JSON dot slides filter now. Just use some Gemini to do this. All right. Okay, so I need to I need to find the object ID based on the slide ID. I want to use, I'm going to dynamically build the request object. Inspired watching what you do. For one viewer, I'm still in the lab, by the way. I'm a PhD student bored. Awesome, man. Me. That's cool, man. Yeah, we're vibe coding some N8N. So glad you're enjoying it, man. Thanks for glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to dynamically build a request object. Something like this. So if I do that, request object for each row in the spreadsheet. Like this. Yeah, for each row in the spreadsheet, and then I could just do this guy, paste, and then this guy, paste. should be able to map the slide ID with the object, the slide ID from the Google Sheets row to the object ID from aggregate 1 node, giving me the content that needs to be updated for that particular slide. Cool. Go Gemini, let's do it. Not the most efficient, but I think it'll work. And then that gives me all the requests, request parts, whatever. And then I can call the API and get the result. So yeah, I guess it's literally just called requests. So if I do that, then I can say, okay, update all these slides based on this content. I just need the IDs to match. Exactly on the right track, and your logic is perfect. Challenge you have identified as the core mapping that, yeah. I got you. I just want the snippet. That's all. No, don't give me a code node. I don't want to do a code node. I just want the little strip. Really rather just have a quick expression to filter for the content from the Google Sheet row to match the slide ID. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Cool. Close, very close. What's wrong here? Aggregate one item.json dot find s dot find s lesson ID lesson slide ID. That's what it is. Lesson slide ID. Equals lesson slide. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So then nah, I think I have to loop. Because if I or wait, no, I shouldn't have to. Why is this using so page objects ID find s slide ID equal JSON slide ID duplicate object ID. Is that correct? I think not. I think I want, what am I missing here? Item.json.slides.find this guy. What's this? So then for each item, find slide ID equals All right. Looking better. Any idea why this is resulting in P and not in lesson slide 1, right? So this should be lesson 1 title, right? Yeah, lesson 1 title. That's what it should be, right? And not lesson 1 title. Because lesson 1 title should be coming from aggregate 1. Not confusing at all. So lesson slide ID, lesson 1 slide 1, lesson 1 slide 1 should map to object ID lesson 1 title. Oops, forgot to include the other one. Let's stop. Edit, paste, maybe? No? It doesn't let me do that, does it? Nope, hang on. Paste. Screenshot. Paste. I don't know what happened here. We need to get rid of that. Or is it running the one above? What's so confused. Okay. What a pain. It's not finding a match for any of the slides when a find operation fails, returns undefined. Seems that this expression fails. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Close. Lesson slide ID. That's object dot slide ID. It's not going to let me autocomplete, is it? Because it's broken. Try to rebuild it here real quick. So aggregate 1 dot item dot JSON dot slides. I think. Do I need to go into slides? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Okay. Slides dot find. I guess find would work. Yeah. Okay. Then item dot. Hang on. Can I do this in the console? Maybe not. I don't know why that like just immediately breaks, and then the syntax won't calculate after that. Okay, so item dot object IDs. Molson, what's up, man? Trying to iterate over or trying to find a little JSON or a little JavaScript hack here to get to this particular item. Probably should make these more consistent in their IDs. I guess I don't know why I'm using different ones. Lesson one, slide one. I guess it's different nomenclature, right? Different identification because it's the global versus the local. So or whatever, different contexts. So the context within the lesson itself, and then the context of the slide. Oh wait, what's going on here? So we need the slide ID is lesson one, slide one. The object ID is lesson one title. Which I think are both kind of important. So I think it makes sense to stick with that. What we're doing then is we're getting the item. So for each item, there should be a duplicate object. S object IDs dot slide ID. What are you up to today, Molson? Lots of meetings. All right. Let's see. I want to see. This is the. Where's the expression? So here's my expression. It's close. Trying to find the object ID from the slide ID. Gonna try GPT. See if GPT can do any better. Nice. Giving him the benefit of the doubt. Okay. First value in the map. Or do I want to do? Let's do that, I guess. Let's try this. This looks promising. Ha ha ha! How about that? All right. It's in title 1. Yeah, I think it's correct. So then what's the placeholder title here? Then we've got title here. We're gonna do ternary, so that guy. I always want it to be contains index of title greater than -1, title here. Otherwise, content here. Right? Oh man, I'm so inconsistent. Okay. Title here, lowercase title. Okay. Content here. Oh no, I did that right. Cool. So then, yeah. Then we would aggregate these all together after that. So here we go. What are you mad about? Ah, yeah. Okay, fine. I think it just needs some text. It just needs to be, yeah, lesson 1. That one's not going to work. Page objects ID. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. Just need the result to be text. Some funky syntax though. So object values. Can I do 2 JSON string? That work? Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, nice. Oh, all right, got it backwards. So then the replace text should be this guy. Oh wait, no, that's right. That's right. Right. So replace text is that, contains text that. Okay. So now that we have that, one more request node to update the slides. Requests will be Oh wait, we gotta aggregate first. So then, similar to this, let's call it requests. Aggregate. Requests. And now requests can be that dot to JSON string. Right? Too easy. Oh my God. Not that one. That's content. All right, that's not the one I want. Okay, okay. So some progress. It hit 2 of them. It didn't hit the content, but it hit these. So wait. Oh wait, this guy's all jacked up. Or no, it hit the title slides. It just didn't hit the content slides. Oh, I have to do both. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay. It needs to do 2 requests because it needs to do content, title here, content here, 1 for each. Okay, we almost got it. We can almost dynamically generate presentations based on spreadsheets. Yeah, this will work. So then this actually needs to just create 2. So for each, right? Because it needs to do title, and then replace title, then content, replace content. So just duplicate this. Because then this is just title here. And then same one. Slide content. Content here. I don't need that guy. This guy, yeah. And then I think we're gonna YOLO it and do the whole thing. Because then after this, valid JSON. Well, I guess maybe we split it, do a double aggregate. Kind of gross, but it would work. So we need to create 2 JSON objects. No, I mean, I think that should work. Item 0 contains invalid JSON. That looks correct. Oh, yeah, okay. I think we do something like this. And for each item, it's going to do that. And you can't do that. So get rid of it. Then do a merge. Yeah. Triggers 101, title here. Triggers, what is a trigger? For update. Wait, yeah, hang on. So lesson 1 title, triggers are 101. Should be another lesson 1 title, content. Yeah, 10 items. And then, because it's by text item, not by slide, unfortunately. And we just batch it all together. And that'll work. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Okay, and then run it. And we get a... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. This is the template stuff. So technically, I guess I should probably fill those in too, because we know what those are. As far as... I don't know, actually. Depends on the structure of the presentation. But like, those are the ones I started with, so that's fine. This would probably be like the course introduction. Here's the course. Maybe like here's some details about the course, and then here's first lesson. And what's a trigger? For update, querying, first query, and that matches, right? Triggers 101. What's a query? Before update, query 101. First query. Content. Name of your schedule. What is a trigger? What is a trigger? Triggers pretty cool. Triggers are pretty cool. Before update, this trigger happens before. Before update, this trigger happens before the data. Query 101, how queries work. Query 101, how queries work. First query, this is an example of first query. First query, it's an example of first query. All right. Whew. Okay, we did it. We did it, Reddit. We got it. So this this beautiful workflow right here will take your spreadsheet So it'll take all the slide data and generate the slides finally, right? Not bad. Not bad. So then we have a slide automation, which is pretty cool. So then after that, I can get rid of this guy. I don't need this anymore. And then this guy will run and export every one of these slides into an image and upload that into Google Drive. And now we have images to use as the background for video or whatever for presentations. Whew, man, look at, man, what a pain. I mean, this process obviously could be optimized. This would have been so much easier as code, but that's okay. I mean, maybe not. I mean, I guess I keep going back to that. It would have been nice to like vibe code it, but like the looping and iterating and stuff and trying to think of things in terms of in and end is kind of crazy. How freeform is it? Do you have strict syntax, or can you type can type and do anything for the slides? Yeah, no, it's pretty strict. It's a good question. So it has to follow, right now at least, it's pointing to this template. So like you have to use this template. So generate slide scripts. Yes. Yeah. Then and we can add. That's true. It might need to have slide scripts. But yeah, that would be next. Like we can actually do some scripts to go with the slides. But yeah, so it is based off of this template. So basically, you point the automation to the specific template, and so it is strict to this. So it's hard coded to needing to replace title here and content here. So it's expecting that right now. So that part is not super dynamic, but this is kind of the foundation of it. And then what it will do though is it will copy, and then it's going to look at, there's only two options. It's either slide template title or slide template content, which is corresponding to these two types of slides. So then it'll look at those types, and then when it runs, it'll count each one of these. So like it'll figure out how many of the different ones it needs, and it'll copy these out to match the amount of rows. And then it's going to go through and fill in the data for those. So it's going to say if it's title here, that goes title here. If it's content, the slide content goes to content here. And then basically kind of follows that simple format. So then same thing. So basically if it's a content slide, then it's say title here for the content slide, and then the content goes here. So the only other type would be one with an image. I guess that's true. Yeah, we didn't do an image, and that's a little bit different. So yeah, if you do want an image, we would need to do another slide type and add that somehow. Or maybe like we could make it so that might be able to do a variation of the content slide to say the content here is actually like text with content. So but yeah. This should be clean. Yeah, this is definitely like to get started, the foundation for sure. Whew, yeah, what a process. So, cool. So the only thing here now is that what else? So those first two slides, I guess. I think we do want to make sure that these get populated with stuff. So this would probably be like the details of the course. So we have like a course details thing. So it'd be like name of the course, meetup course, and then I don't know, maybe like a bulleted list or something like that for the second page here to be like, here's the course breakdown. So you get like a, here's what's happening in the course. I guess here, yeah, this so it'd be like title of the course, and then like a subtitle of that, and then maybe this first page would just be like, more details about like here's what you're gonna learn, and then maybe like some bullets. Which that could get into like some funky formatting, but we can put something in here real quick, and then it would create like a full slide presentation, which would be pretty crazy. Here we go. This is what I meant. So this would actually be like innate end triggers, and then more about innate end triggers, and here's some stuff. But yeah, like I said, trying to start details in the requirements doc. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess that's true too. Yeah, you can pull that stuff from like the requirements doc too. But yeah. We're Nearly there. Nearly there. So actually, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna make sure that yeah, this last part gets filled in for now, and then at least it creates like a full presentation that doesn't look like this, and then yeah, that would be a good milestone, good stopping point. So I'll be right back. All right. Enjoying that chair stream. What a way to celebrate. It's supposed to be about automation cheer. I kind of want to make it so that anytime I chair stream, the title of the stream becomes live chair stream. We're streaming chairs out here. All right, so course details. Description, category name, cover image, topic, target audience, course level, education. The so name and title, I think that's what I was going to say would go so many options. Not this guy. Name and title, I think would go here. So this is the name of the course and description here. And then I guess maybe one more slide here to say, what to expect or something like that. And then so I don't know. I don't know what to call that. Where's the requirements? Audience category. I guess yeah, it'd probably be something like which can probably dynamically be generated at the time the spreadsheet's filled out. So whatever, it'd be like course overview. And then course overview content. Just something to be kind of a filler. So it'll be like what to expect. You'll learn a bunch of stuff. All right, so then when this is happening, I'm gonna have two things to kind of sneak into this one then, right? So four things to sneak in. do I have? And of course details at the beginning. So then set data expression, and then replace text. So I'm going to do this formatting's driving me crazy. Replace text. So I think I'm going to do the course title. So we're getting that from this guy. No, first one, this one. Course name. Page object will just be the first page. This one. Which, I mean, either way, I guess could just go like quotes. This has been a few times where I was just using two JSON string as opposed to quotes, but whatever. Then title here, that gets replaced. That'll work. All right, so then this will be the title slide. So we've got the title here and then the description, I think. Yeah, description. Same slide. So good there. Then do it all again. Why is this so laggy? Oh my god. Okay. This is the third one. So 1, 2, 3. Now we're on to the next one. I want this to be. Oh, it hasn't pulled it in yet. Crap. Okay. So I'm going to create a new. This one's good, but getting deleted. Starting over. Vlad, what's going on, man? We're generating Google Slides from Google Sheet. That's what we're doing right now. So pretty exciting. It's taken 5 streams to get here, but we're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, let's see. So now I've updated this one. If I do this again, this should give me more of what I want because I added a couple fields. Yeah, nice. So now I have course overview and course overview title, course overview content. Cool. So then I think we just let it run all the way up to here. It is a long workflow. Yeah, it's a long workflow. I'll show you what it does. So it should be working right now. It's trying to take this, so it takes the course data and then all this course content, and it creates a bunch of slides for this course content. So it should create slides with these titles and this content. And it's working right now, so cool. I think we got it. I think it did what it's supposed to do. Ooh, it did not work. Is it still going? Uh-oh. What happened here? $46. Oh no, that's from a few minutes ago. I didn't. Okay, let's delete it. Let's try one more time. Yeah, it probably will be a SaaS here in a little bit. Isaac, what's up, man? How's it going? But yeah, that would be kind of part of the plan. Put a nice little slap a nice little interface on this, and then it'll generate course content for you. So let's see. I mean, it is funny. There is like I keep going back to the Gamma app. Kind of does this already, where it'll generate slides for you and stuff. Free presentations. So similar idea. But yeah. How about you, man? What are you up to, Vlad? What are you working on? Yeah, definitely leaning that way. So it'd be cool. At the same time, like, if you want to build your own, like, here it is. Like, you can totally build it for free. How many nodes on that slide generator? It's a lot of nodes. So far, does it tell me? It doesn't tell me how many nodes. It's a lot. It's a lot of nodes. Let's see. So I'm gonna try this again. Right now, it's only one workflow right now. Yeah, it's so there's gonna be another workflow to like generate the slide or generate the sheets with AI, and then it'll enter into this workflow with the sheet already created. So yeah, that'll be the goal. You know any pattern? 239. Those are 4 lines. 28 nodes. Very nice. Very nice. 2, 3, 9. Not noticing a pattern. Sims 126. Those are 4 lines. Drawing something? Are you mapping out something? All right. Let's see. So this is good. So let's go ahead and execute again. See if it'll work. So it copies the presentation template, goes through all the slides, creates the new one. Yeah. All right. It's not populating. Okay, something messed up there. JGPT, exactly. What numbers complete the pattern? Note there are a single algebraic equation limited to the basic arithmetic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, repeats across all rows. Got this question. I don't think there's a pattern. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. There would be some maths going on there. All right. So unfortunately, that generation did not work, which is a bummer. Nice, Isaac. It's close. It just didn't fill out everything correctly, and it should have. I think it should have. What happened here? It restructured the slides correctly, so that's good. So that pattern matched because it should go course, and then lesson 1 has 2 slides, lesson 2 has 1 slide. That all matches up, so that's good. But it did not fill in the data. So where do we do that? Oh, it's this last one. Oh, yeah, I haven't done that yet. That's what this does. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, cool. So this one I was actually modifying it. So cool. This last one, yeah, cool. Let's see. So that first one's good, second one's good, this third one is made up course about using stuff. Right? So ended in triggers, made up course about using stuff. This is the third object, first object, second object, third object. So the third object is the value that I didn't have. So there we go. It is this guy. So I want course overview title. And then the page object ID is, oh my God, this is laggy. There we go. Page object ID is this guy. Nope, this guy. I should probably title these better. Template content. Wow, it's super laggy. Title there, yep. And then do that again. So same object ID here. And then, dude, freaking out. Then the replace text is the other one. So the replace text will be content. Okay. How's that looking? So the object is replace init and triggers on page P. Replace. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. I gotta fix those. So wait, I can do that here. So there should be content here. That's incredibly laggy. Missed a T. There we go. And last one. Okay. So that is how I'm going to kind of hard code contains invalid. It's not like my hacked together array, is it? Oh, well, it also doesn't complete the array, so that's a bit of an issue. And it probably doesn't want it to be. All right, then we're gonna requests. Typically ask GPU to fix it. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, basically. I think what it wants is requests. This lag is killer. There we go. Fixed. Okay. So now I need to combine them. So, I mean, I guess I don't need to. I can do it here. Yeah, this is kind of painful. I might have to reload it because this is like gonna be rough. I need the data, but it's like, yeah, it's rough. Okay, so I just need to inject the one that I just created into this one, and then it's good to go. So can I combine? Can I just like I have to do like a aggregate split out kind of situation. I'm just gonna stick with this. It'll work. So to JSON string. I've done this one before. We're gonna do this. Plus this guy's gonna be to JSON string. No, there's basically no AI involved in this process. AI will be before this. We're going to use AI to generate all of this. We'll fill out this entire spreadsheet based on some prompting. Like people are going to fill in. They're basically going to answer these questions. Like, what do you want the topic of the course? What's the audience for the course? What's the level? And then the category. And then what's the platform you're building it for in the language? and then it's going to go and fill out this spreadsheet based on that. And then, so this spreadsheet will be built by AI. Then this workflow will just build off of the spreadsheet. So like indirectly, it's using AI, but yeah, this entire workflow right now uses no AI. Okay, so then, yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, because it'd be pretty variable using AI to do this. It would be probably very untrustworthy. So then I'm gonna do replace. It's just gonna hack this together to get rid of the square bracket at the end and replace it with a comma. And then same with this guy. Replace the beginning, the opening square bracket, and replace it with nothing. And we get this beautiful array. JSON formatter. I feel like this website didn't used to suck so much. What happened? Okay. There we go. Comma. Where's that coming from? Uh-oh. Contains text. P. Oh, is that a typo? Did I do that? Tell me I have a big surprise coming in the near future. Take AI to another level. Not the ads. Big surprise in the future. Take it to the. Oh yeah. Like as far as like where it's going to go after that. What's going on? What's going on with this? No, this was valid, so I think I'm good there. It's just this guy. Where's that comma coming from? Oh, yeah. Okay. I got it. Can't do it. There's too many arrays. Too many arrays inside this object, so I can't do that. I need to replace last. I need to do like last index of, I guess. I'm going to do that. Is that how that works? Yeah, because each one of those has an array. Yeah, it's annoying. I guess I have to do a schema. Yeah, gotcha. Use your own AI machine to generate the videos and audio. Yeah, for sure. Do you know what's the difference between merge and aggregate and split out nodes? Yeah, for sure. Video and audio would be great. I'm definitely gonna use the text to speech to be able to add a transcript to the presentation, and then put the slide in the back of a video, and then add the audio and video all together to create like actual course videos. That'll be the next phase. But difference between merge, aggregate, and split out. Yes. So merge I used here. So like in this case, I'm grabbing. I have 5 items. So I have five rows in the spreadsheet that I wanted to grab. And so when I did get rows in spreadsheet, it gave me 5 items. Now I wanted to actually create 2 different objects for each one of those rather than just one. So for each 5 item, I actually split this let me zoom into this giant thing. So when I get the 5 items, I split it and do both of these at the same time. So for each one, I'm creating a title and a content object. And then I use merge to merge those 2 different item flows back together. And so it takes the 5 items, and then it gives me 10 items at the end, if that makes sense, right? So so merge is really to merge in the 2 different streams. Like if you split things like that, then you can merge them back together. So now I have all the items in one thing. And so aggregate then will collapse all the items. So there's 10 items here. It's going to collapse them all down into one. Because like within it if it knows that there's 5 items, it actually runs this 5 times, right? It's going to run this edit fields 5 times once for each item that's in that flow. So aggregate will kind of stop that from happening. Aggregate will collapse all the items down into one item. So it turns all the merge items that happened. So there's 10 items, merges them into one array. So now there's 10 request objects in one item because they've been aggregated together into one array. So, and you can do that a couple different ways. You can do that by, I just took all item data into a single list. But you could pick an individual field. So if you wanted to like filter out some of this data, if I only like wanted one thing from all the items, you just do individual fields, and you can pick the ones that would merge in together. But so merge is like for when you have multiple items, merge all the item flows together. Aggregate is then to collapse all of the items into one item so that it doesn't do that. And then split out just does the opposite of this. Split out will take something like this. It'll take all 10 of these and split them back into items, which there we go. I do it here. So like in this case, I have 7 slides in one item. And so if I do a split out, I can say, hey, split out the slide IDs, and then it creates 7 items out of one item. And then I can run this thing 7 times in a row, and then aggregate them all back into one item again. So that's your rundown on what a split out and an aggregate and a merge are, and the differences, I guess, between them. So clip that. All right. So then back to this. I need like a quick way to I just want to get these requests out. So after I just went through a very practical example. Yeah, for sure. That actually worked out really well. It's like, yeah, I actually just went through all those cases. So absolutely. Thanks for asking. Speaking of, I might need to do that here too. So I could do something similar where I have all these items. I probably should do that. I don't know if I can do like a dangling thing where, or I guess I just go 2 routes again. I could do split. Split out the request. And then this guy would also split out. And then do a merge. So there you go. Good inspiration there, Vlad. Appreciate the input. The cost and time will probably be crazy. Yeah. It hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it doesn't take too long to generate the audio, so I don't know. But yeah, running it locally will definitely make it cheaper. That's for sure. So if I split this out, that should split that out into all my request objects. Uh-oh. Yeah, wait. Get rows and sheet. Why are you mad? No path back to node. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, maybe from that it can't do that. Oh, wait. What happened here? Why did you split? Okay, there we go. This should give me a lot of items. 14 items? It's running the whole thing again, of course. Okay, so that gives me 4 items. That's correct. This gives me 10. 10 items. That merges into 14. And then just aggregate them back to 1. So all items back into slide updates, or we'll just call it requests, since that's what they want to call it. Not the right. They're not the right structure. That's annoying. Okay. So just reformat this to be requests. Like that, I think, right? Yeah, just a request object should work, right? JSON edit fields, same thing here. There we go. This guy too. Okay, so then when these merge, should get 14 request objects, and then I can merge everything to, yeah, there we go. So now, when I do this, yo, get Gopher. We are building a slide automation kind of situation. So, whoa, we're turning the spreadsheet into a bunch of Google Slides. Craig, what's going on, man? You leaving? Got to jump back and pick up the daughter from university. Catch you tomorrow. I only need supercompute to come. Yeah, man. Hopefully, it sounded like your Spark was hopefully on the way, so that'd be awesome. But yeah, safe travels, man. Good luck with the pickup, and yeah, see you tomorrow. We'll be back at it in the morning. Almost done here. So now this guy should just be this array. Oh boy, that is super laggy. Close, very close, right? I don't know if this is gonna work. There we go. All right. Wow, that lag is crazy. Oh no, it's totally lagging out. It's completely bugging on me. All right. This workflow might be a little long. I'm gonna delete, or I think this will work. As soon as I click into that node, it freaks out. I think I might have to hard refresh it because this workflow is a little extreme. Okay, that's correct. Just like can't edit it. All right, let's reload it. See if that helps it. It might have some memory leakage going on. It's a very long workflow though. think it's that. Here we go. I mean, I noticed from the beginning that slide data is super laggy. Just loading in some slides is like really, really heavy, I guess. Okay, JSON slides dot to JSON. Good Lord. Yeah, that's lagging real hard. There we go. Four, 5, 6, 7. There we go. This could be a bit of an issue. I don't know how to like break that out. Okay. No, I think that's good. I think that's what I want. Oh man. Unknown name request at requests 0. Oh, request. Wait. How do I want to structure that? That's requests. Oh, did I? Might have added too many layers here. Maybe it does need to do this. Maybe, yeah, maybe I didn't need that actually. So if I get rid of this, I'm gonna copy it just in case. I can't even load it. Do you need an enterprise license for proper auth and NAN? No, I don't think so. For proper auth and NAN. Yeah, no. Well, what do you mean? I guess as far as like being able to authorize into Google Sheets and like Google Drive and that kind of thing, or but no, I mean you can run NAN self-hosted if you want. I think for free. I forget I think there are some limitations as far as the open source one, but I forget. There's like certain features that I think they don't give you unless you get a license for enterprise or whatever. But otherwise, like you can run a ton of stuff in NAN for free. No licenses needed. This guy is like dying. Self-host and use OAuth with community. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, depending on yeah, because I mean, you can just set up your Google client. You will. I mean, if you're doing Google stuff, then you will have to go set up a Google client in the Google Cloud Console. But otherwise, yeah, no, you can just run self-hosted in the cloud, and yeah, with the community version, you can authorize to whatever you need to. Okay, this should work though. It should work, and then that should give me a copy file. Uh-oh. West. This is so laggy. Gonna delete these. Got a bunch of duplicates now, so don't want those. And we're gonna run this one more time and see if we can get there. The lag is killer at this point, though. It's a very big workflow. I feel like Google's gonna get mad at me. Oh, no way. That worked. That actually worked. Whew, okay. Success. All right. So it's a little jank, but this thing will now take this spreadsheet and turn it into this Google presentation. So yeah, it bases off of this template. So you can customize like the styling and stuff on this template, at least. Placeholders are not so customizable at this point, so that'll need to change. But and there's not an image template. We'll need to add another template for that. But yeah, this will grab the title or content slide templates, copy them as many times as it needs to, and then save the original. So like this template starts off with a title and content slide. So that's what I was doing here. It's going to take the course details and then fill in the title and content for that on the first page. And then the content slide is this, just like the extra, whatever explainer for that content. And then the rest of it will grab from the details, course content, and generate all these slides into this. Oh man, what a process. It's taken like 4 days, 5 days. I think I started this on Wednesday last week. Thursday, maybe, actually. Wednesday, I think I looked at it. And we looked at slide details. And then Thursday, I think I actually started building the workflow. Because I was like, yeah, we'll generate a slide. And then it's like, oh, I'll just use, or I think Craig actually popped in. It's like, yeah, why don't we use Google Slides? It's like, yeah, that'll work. And then it turned into figuring out how to do that. So, man, all right. But actually, I mean, really, totally, in total, it's probably been no more than 6 hours, I think. Because I think I had a couple 2-hour streams and then some 1-hour streams. But oh man, cool. Well, this is finally working. This workflow is huge and really laggy, so I may have to split this out. I'm sticking with trying to reuse the data that I've got, but this thing's going to be a little bit unmanageable if you need to make changes because it's incredibly laggy when you get to the end here. I just clicked on that and I'm still waiting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if it's actually going to open. I don't know if I actually clicked on it. There we go. So that's going to be an issue. But especially when this gets to bigger presentations, because he was talking about having 40 lectures, and right now we have, lesson, lecture, we have 2. So this thing could get a little unruly pretty quickly. This may have to be a self-hosted because this may get into memory caps. But we've got something that will generate slides. So good stuff. I'm calling it today. Get Gopher, thanks for coming in, man. I guess let me know if you have any other questions. I do have a community dealie, so I'll be on there quite a bit, but otherwise, you can contact me however you need to. But yeah. Everybody else, thanks for hanging out today. I know Craig had to bail, but we're making progress on this project. It's good stuff. Molson, Naj, as always, a pleasure. Isaac, Vlad, thank you guys for jumping in. Had a couple new guys in here too. Sims, sorry I didn't get back to your math. We'll have to figure out what's going on with that. And Conductor, oh man, the timing. You're a 12:30 stream guy. It seems like. Vlad, glad you're hanging out, man. Thanks for coming in. Who else was in here? Who else was in here today? There were some new ones. Chandra Mohan. I think he was a real person. Molson was trying to validate, but OAuth is $667, really? For a license? That's crazy. Yeah, bummer. What do you need to OAuth? Oh, are you trying to OAuth into N8N? Yeah, that's hefty. So, all right. Yeah, I haven't done that. I've mostly just been running it locally. Mini vlogs. That's right. I knew somebody else was in here. Thank you for stopping by, man. Online marketing. Sorry I missed you. Online marketing. I think you stopped by when I was chair streaming, so apologize for that. But hopefully catch you on another one. Self-hosted. Wait, what is that? So the enterprise license for self-hosted. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do with the? What are you trying to run it for? Are you trying to you're trying to let other people use yours self-hosted? I guess that's where I use it self-hosted just for my own stuff. I don't have other people logging in. So that I could see that could be a bit of an issue. Just started a Docker and use Keycloak. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that could be. I actually haven't really deployed it myself, so I just run it on a local machine and then connect to other stuff. So I go off into other things, but yeah, can't integrate without license. All right, yeah, that could be a bit of an issue. So yeah, bummer, man. Alternatives. What's the other one? I mean, yeah, that's a good question. As far as like open source, what was the other one? There's like pieces, active pieces or something. Was one active pieces. They've got they're open source as well. I don't know if they've got licensing is similar to NN or not, but that might be an option. If you're assuming you're just looking for something like this, like looking for like node based, no code kind of stuff. So that may be. Otherwise, I'm trying to think what else is out there right now. I don't know if Sims is open source or not. I know that's the other like new one, but I don't know, man. Sounds like if you're technical enough, you might be better off just operating through the cloud or whatever instead, or like doing your own code. Just run some lambdas or something. Code wise. Otherwise, yeah. What was the other one? Sims AI? I don't know if that's open source or not. It's another workflow. It says it's open source, so that may be an option. I don't know if they're doing the same thing where it's like, oh, it's open source, but then you got to pay for your enterprise license for OAuth too. But maybe an option. It's under Apache. That's pretty good. For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me know. Let me know if you find something cool and end up finding something that works. Best of luck. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. All right. Yeah. That was a good stream. 2.5 hours. Finally got this bad boy done. So that's good. I'll probably get this up to be used at some point. It still needs some optimization and some tweaking and stuff, but we'll get there. But all right, I'm gonna call it for today. So thanks everybody for hanging out, and I'll be on tomorrow around 10 a.m. Central. So I'll see you then. Later.